This is going to be a coaching call for the guys in my community, the Career Mastery Hub. And this is specifically to answer the questions around I want to build more followers on LinkedIn in the space of 8 months. And specifically, when I did the calculation, the people who had the question or the request needed at the minimum 8,000 additional followers, or on the average 8,000 additional followers to hit their target by the end of the year, which is practically 8 months from now. Now, for that to happen, I've listed out some of the things you need to practically do, and I'm going to walk through every single one of them with you so that you can start doing them. Now, massive action is the biggest input here. It is not going to even be what I tell you to do. What I tell you to do is going to give you structure, but the biggest input into making this work for you, or making this happen for you, will be how you yourself take massive action towards this goal. Okay. Now, in my community, I've already discussed with you some of the high ticket things you should be thinking about in terms of your optimization, the optimization of your page, your profile picture, your summary, your tagline, your custom URL, and all of that. I have discussed all of that. So I'll focus more on what you need to do from an engagement perspective that will grow your brand. Now, I need to caveat this quite quickly with the fact that recently the LinkedIn's algorithm has been restricting impressions. So it is not it is not as generous as it used to be. So there is a lot more that may be required of you right now to hit that goal, and I need you to recognize it immediately you see it. That doesn't mean people are still not growing on the platform. People are definitely growing on the platform, but I need you to be conscious about it, and I want you to know that being prolific is going to get you there. Okay. So the first thing I want you to work on is your posting. So you need to post a minimum of 3 to 5 times every single week. So people may not agree with this. So people be like, 1 week, one time a week is enough. But you want to multiply your speed, and you want to multiply your follower count before the end of the year. So extraordinary results requires extraordinary effort. So 3 to 5 times per week. Now, if you really want to double down, I would say go 5 days a week, non-negotiable. That would be my recommendation for you. 5 days a week, 5 days, the whole working days in a week. Go knee deep. Every single day sharing something of value. Now when you share, especially if you have something, you already know the gap you want to fill, you know the people, you know your audience and all of that. Share everything you know. Share everything you know. Don't gatekeep. Don't say, okay, if I share everything I know, then what would I put a price tag on? Share everything you know. When it is time for you to create an offer, you will still sell what you've already shared. Albeit there will be a personal touch. Share everything you know. Now, the only thing that may be missing in what you share is some bits of how you do stuff, how the practical thing, and the inspiring people that have now paid for your service to now actually take the action. When you put things out there, trust me, less than 0.5% of the people who come across what you are telling them will actually take action. That means that at a point in time, they will still seek out someone to pay for the same information that you have put out there. But if you want to win, put out everything you know so that they will find you, people will find you and still come and pay you for the same thing you freely shared. However, there will just be a bit of, connection, a little bit of stuff here and there that you will add to the paid service. This is important. Besides that, and I'm digressing a lot, besides that, right, you yourself, for you to be a fantastic teacher and someone who gives an amazing service, you have to be a continuous learner. And for that to happen, it means that you have to continue to learn about your niche, watch a lot of videos, take courses yourself, and continue to update yourself so that there will be almost never a time when you don't have something to share. So 3 to 5 times a week, but my recommendation as your coach will be 5 times a week. Okay. Now, when you also share those posts, make sure it is the same time every single day. So when you start building your community, they know when to expect you to show up. So the same time every single day. Now, I need you to share a mix of content. So you can do text posts like prose, long prose like the one I would usually do. You could do that. You and with your picture on it. Now, I am pro putting your picture up, like show yourself. It builds a lot of trust. If you want to do this, please get a good camera or a good phone and take lovely pictures. Just probably spend like a day doing your taking some nice pictures. It doesn't have to be anything too high end. Just take some nice pictures, change your clothes, take some nice pictures and store them up for you to use for over a couple of months. And honestly, you don't need more than maybe 10-15 pictures max for you to continue to use across different posts. If you look at my page, you will see that that is what's going on there. Different pictures, but they're like, you will see that you reuse my pictures a lot, right? So, and most of my pictures are selfie. I just sit down on my desk, I take a picture. They are selfies. They are even hardly pictures people take of me. Most of them are selfies. So think about that. So do text post, put a lovely picture of yourself on it. It builds trust, and then give a warm smile or however you want people to see you. Put that up. Okay. Now you can also do the X or tweet kind of post. For instance, you'll write a small tweet. You can create, that's a simple template of it on Canva. You can create a simple template on it, about it on Canva. So you'd have that tweet like template. You put a summary of what you want to talk about, maybe 2 lines, maybe 3 lines on it. That will be what will replace your picture. But again, I would strongly advise that in the first couple of months when you're really trying to build people's trust, put your picture out there and show up every day. Okay, so you can do that. So when you put that tweet like image, also share maybe 1 or 2 paragraphs of what you're thinking about that image and make sure they align. Okay, you can also use carousels. For me, all the time I've ever tried to use carousels on LinkedIn, the engagement rate has been really low, which is basically you doing like slide like document where you upload that document and then you share your thoughts through a slide. For me personally, in my experience, the impression has been low, but that doesn't mean I still don't do it from time to time or once in a while. Just try it out, just because obviously there are some people that will then download it, use it, they'll start seeing you as a thought leader, so you really want to think about that. Okay, then if you can make videos, you can also make videos. I make videos, but I don't put them on LinkedIn. I make videos for other platforms, so you can make videos and put them up on LinkedIn, and you will get the right level of engagement as well, because I think they're doing well. You can also do LinkedIn articles. So these are various types of content that you can do, and you can spread them across. You can say, okay, Monday, Tuesday, I'll do long form post content with my picture on it. Every Wednesday, I'll have a tweet like stuff. Thursday, Friday, determine what you want to do. Okay. Now, I need you to focus on these key areas. Number 1, your industry. What are the key things? What are the new developments in your industry? What are people saying? For instance, if I'm in coaching, for instance, I'm saying, okay, what is the biggest problems career professionals struggle with? This is the new insights. This is the research, whatever that is. So you can talk about that. You can talk about your personal experiences, solving important problems, or an experience that you didn't have an answer to, you wished you had the answer to, but now what would you do differently? You can talk about that. You can talk about actionable tips, quick acts, quick tips. This is what you need to do. Okay, you can talk about that, and you can use storytelling as well. I have used storytelling. My storytelling content have been the best performing content ever, where I talked about my growing up, my childhood, my teenage years. Those are the ones that have gotten like the most engagement. Okay. I would say some people ask a lot of questions around hashtags. I would say personally, I've not really seen the use of hashtags on LinkedIn. Some people, it may have worked for some people. You may want to have maybe one hashtag in your niche or two for a start, just to see how that goes. So maybe just look for like 2 or 3 hashtags, but please don't overdo it, because I see people make posts and they have like 30 hashtags, 15 hashtags. I don't think you need that. In fact, what I think you can optimize through your content by putting, so for instance, if you are in the low niche, you can use that word often so that algorithm can push it to lawyers. So, or you can use the word lawyer, the word whatever, so that the algorithm will push it to the right people. Okay. Now, another thing I want you to think about when you make posts is you need to tell people what they need to do. And I think personally, didn't learn this early enough. Or I knew it, but I didn't know how powerful it was. And still up till now, sometimes I just don't really care from a perspective, but I think you should care, especially now that you have a tight window. Now, don't forget, you want to build on the average 8,000 additional followers between now and year end, between now and December. It means that you should be targeting at the minimum 1,000 followers per month. And for that to happen, you must be serious and you must use every tool in your arsenal, every tool in your toolkit to make sure that this happens. Part of it is call to action. So once you are finished making your post, ask them a question so that to drive engagement, and then ask them to repost it if they found it valuable. What I have noticed is what you tell people to do is what they'll pretty much do. Not everybody who sees your post will read it to the end, talk less of taking action. So sometimes if you put a call to action within your content, it may even work. I've tried it a couple of times before where I was saying something along the lines of, if you're struggling with this, that's why I'm here. Just hit me in the DM and I'll continue what I'm writing. So if you want people to come to your DM, fantastic. So that will be your call to action. Repost this if you find it valuable. You need the repost for more people to see you, because the more people share it to their network, the more they can see you, the more followers you kind of get. So use that repost line or tagline. Ask them to repost if they found it valuable. You can also ask them to follow you, because you have so much more to share regarding this. So you can tell them there is so much where this is coming from. So if you really enjoyed this, please give me a follow. And they'll do that. And if you want people to come into your team, so you want to start getting leads, and I think you should start now. Don't wait until you have 50,000 followers and you don't know what to do with the followers. Start now by saying, if you are struggling with this, hit me in the DM so that I can share with you some additional insights and we can have it, whatever that is. You can also, in your custom URL, have a 15 minutes call with people, like finding out what they want, how you can serve them and all of that. You can put that in your URL. I used to do that before, but obviously I got overwhelmed with many other things, so for now I'm not doing that. The people call it discovery call. I realized at some point some of the discovery call was for people wanted me to coach them on a 15 minutes discovery call, when I absolutely wanted to understand what they were going through and see how I can tell them where to go, because sometimes where they need to go is not me. It may be somebody else, maybe an executive coach that I trust. Where they need to go, maybe somebody else that I know on LinkedIn who has that expertise. So for instance, you want to build your money up, you want to know the different scaling. There are many financial guys on LinkedIn that are doing well that I will refer you to if that is your sole purpose, that I will refer you to. So if you then want me to provide you all the answers on the call, that will be wrong. That was why I basically shut that down, because to a large extent it was wasting my time. We did not align in terms of what the expectation was. But if you can align, then you should go for it. Again, use all the toolkits in your arsenal for you to be able to grow as much as you want to grow. Okay. Another thing you need to do on your post is, once you make your post, come into your comment section and add additional insights there. Insights, casual talk. So how are you guys doing today? So, basic things. You can say something like, oh, it's Monday and I hope to have fun. Or, for instance, if you have an affirmation for Mondays, you can share, this is my affirmation for Monday. So, leave up to 2 to 3 comments within your own post to drive engagement, okay? You can also put images within those posts, so you can download different kinds of like emojis, images, or you can download all of those. Now, I don't do that, so don't say every single time you see me telling you to do something, it doesn't work for me, because most times as I'm dropping a post, as my post is going live, I'm on other platforms trying to do whatever I need to do. While I'm making this video, I'm more than certain that my LinkedIn post will be going live while I'm still making this video, so I won't have time to do that. But your primary platform now is LinkedIn, and you need to be doing everything you need to do right now to make it work. So this is me telling you to do that. So you have already 3 comments, and then you probably like your own as well. Your own network will find you doing those activities, and the algorithm will pick you up as well. Now, the other thing you need to think about is strategic engagement with others. So you need to identify between 10 to 15 top creators in your niche on LinkedIn. Find them, list them out. These are the creators. Now, you may not have too many that you consider top, but the way LinkedIn works, and which is good, is you can also benchmark on people that are just showing up to help people build their brands on LinkedIn and all of that. But just identify 10 to 15 top creators. They don't necessarily need to be in your niche, because what I've found out is in any particular niche, there's not so many people actually in one particular niche. So you may struggle to find those to, walk behind. So find top creators and regularly comment thoughtfully on their posts. This is important, because the more you do that, the more people find you. A lot of people will come to comment on posts and not necessarily, and that is why you will see this dynamic. Most people will comment on posts and not necessarily people will do business with you or want to talk to you more. A good number of them are also people who are looking for visibility, and they know that if they keep staying on your profile, commenting on your post, they will get the visibility that they're looking for. At least part of people who will find them from your post. So you do the same, comment thoughtfully, right? Like my post, when I make my post, you're already in my community, I already know you. Come and comment on my post. Now, I don't know every single person in the community, but if you come and comment on my post and I see you enough, there is no way that you'll make a post and I just randomly see it. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago, as I was, and I don't scroll through the streets of LinkedIn as such, but I just was basically skimming through. I just saw Coach Taria's post where she made a lovely video, and I had to just stop and comment, because Coach Taria is my person. She has been very supportive of me. She's always engaging with me on other platforms. So why not? If I see her post, I'm going to bring my 86,000 followers back into a post every single time, as long as I'm seeing it, right? So it's the same, like that's how people build visibility. There was the time when one of my very amazing Cs on LinkedIn, she supports me very much and all of that. So there was Ross one day, she's always commenting on my post, always, and I saw that it was from a place of that she basically likes what I'm doing, right? One day I just felt like, actually, I just put her post up, and I think she was trying to get a book out. I just put it up, everything, because if you support me enough, why won't I support you myself? Like, it's just, I will feel obligated to support you if you support me. So use that to build your own profile as well. Support people. It will be a win-win situation. You're helping them get out, they're helping you get out. So, and you need to create that time to say, okay, in the mornings, between this time and this time, that will be when I'm engaging on, maybe on in your way to work, in traffic, maybe somebody's driving, you're sitting, comment thoughtfully, think about it, read comments, you even be learning as you're doing that as well. Okay, so make sure that you're engaging with people. Aim for at least between 10 to 20 thoughtful comments. If you can do more, even better. But in between 10 and 20, my recommendation is 20 comments. A time is going to come, it will become second nature. Just, and it is not thanks for sharing, this is insightful. No, like at least one line out of what you think on, because people will then find you. Then I've also seen people make comments on my post that the comments alongside my post has gone viral, right? I've also, there were even situations where someone makes a thoughtful comment on my post, and in the afternoon I will repost their comments and give them visibility. A lot of people will come and then thank me. I didn't finish my thought about that. My sis who would always support me on LinkedIn, will always comment and all of that. So when I put a post up telling people to buy her stuff. I think I did that. Probably commented on one or two other of our content. Then she reached a particular, I think she reached 8,000. We didn't, I don't know how long it took, but she reached 8,000. But while she was celebrating, she wrote there that she was thanking me for me supporting her, because that then really worked out well for her to hit that milestone. Because obviously, if you have top creators now start engaging with you and putting you up, you're going to get visibility and people are going to go knocking on your door. So think about that very much. Okay. So again, I talked about it in the community. Use DM people, use emails. I talk to you about emails to get the right connection, to talk to top creators, check on them, see how they're doing. If you have anything that you want to discuss with them, discuss. If not, just make it casual and move on. Okay. You need to keep talking about people following you, right? So you need to put it up there as CTA, and you need to just keep talking about it, because that's what you want, right? That is the target. And for that to happen, you need to be telling people need to know what they can do to support you. Okay. You can also do a bit of some series. So you can do like 5 days of you talking about something in particular. So let's say people do this a lot: 5 days of LinkedIn growth, or 1 week of LinkedIn growth. Follow me every single day to see top tips on how to grow on LinkedIn, if that is your niche. Or it could be 5 days of career growth. Follow me every single day to see tips and hacks on how you can grow your career. Okay. So from a how to build your 1,000 followers per month, this is it. Like, if you act on this, you are going to get the visibility that you're looking for. In another video, I'll probably talk to you about creating content pillars, making your content pillars, creating your content strategy, and how to batch posts and all of that, so that you can to help you, and how to create a system and structure to help you show up every single day. But I hope this has been helpful. Remain fantastic.